Welcome back, Rage Nation. Got myself Pete here.
That's not really exciting.
We got Senior Dixon.
I don't think that's appropriate.
And we got Monsieur Leopard.
Explorers deserved it. No.
Absolutely.
I was disgusted. I cannot believe they've done this.
It's wacky, it's not good, it's just nonsense.
I disagree on that. That's not possible.
We're getting the band back together. We're on a mission. Yeah.
Now we've got a whole new list of things to complain about.
I am always taking Hannah. That is my number one pick. And second to that is Arik. And Arik, I used to experiment not taking him. I haven't actually left him at home in a long time. But starting with Hannah, the reason is that she brings the ever important arcane reservoir.
Yep.
People are like, oh, it's just one more card. When you're in a crew that has very little extra card draw, you have more card cycling than anything else, and you have discard effects. That's huge, actually.
Yeah.
It's really kind of needed in a lot of spots. Her other abilities on her front, counterspell, armor. She's got good willpower, average stats otherwise. Siphon power is where she starts to hit utility.
Yeah.
This is another theme in Freikorp. They have a lot of models who have a way to guarantee suits. This matters because there are a lot of the triggers on the equipment and other abilities that's where you get your flexibility, your ability to control what you can do. She can ping models herself or others nearby, and she adds the suit to the action. This allows her, let me flip to the other side, to do some ridiculous damage.
Yeah, she really does some ridiculous things.
So on that, starting with that, I'm going to start with her second ability first, because then I'm going to talk about the ridiculous one. The second attack listed on her card is Ancient Words, which, if you've ever faced Terra, it's going to be reminiscent of that. It's an 8-inch, basically magic attack that has the Glimpse the Void trigger. So she'll force you to do a simple duel or you're going to be buried. It rarely comes up. It's basically something that she can do at range if she wants to do something from range. And if you have a tome, then it puts a little bit of hand pressure on the opponent often. And it might remove a model from the area that you don't want to be in there. It kind of depends on...
I found myself doing that one, Brian, mostly when they either have very little cards or they have no cards.
Yes,
and it's like, let's see if we can get this model off the table.
Which, in a little bit, I'll talk to you about how this crew can tax the hand. And I'll discuss that when we come to crew builds, because that's a very specific build. But the other attack on here is her melee. A lot of people are like, oh, she looks like she should be a 2-inch melee. While I agree she looks like it, this would be problematic.
Yeah.
This would be very problematic. She's got a 1-inch 6 with a built-in tome. And it's a 2/4/6. Well, that's pretty good for a beater, right?
Not too bad.
To start, that's a very good basis. It's the built-in tome gives her Sweeping Strike as a trigger, which is an AoE blast. That makes it, okay, this starts to get really good. Her crow triggers delay. It's like, yeah, okay, give them slow, sure. But she gets Critical Strike, meaning that she can very easily, with a ram, become a 3/5/7, or with Siphon Power and a ram, become 4/6/8.
Yeah.
And we're not done yet.
Nope, not done.
If you manage to red Joker this, that all of a sudden becomes a 9. And to explain how she can reach a 10 damage top end, I have to explain her tactical ability.
Yep.
It's a bonus action. It takes a 6 to go off, 8-inch range. It's you can target any friendly Freikorp models. This crew likes its Freikorp models. It doesn't splash in a lot of outside keyword. So you take one of their tactical actions. It can't attach upgrades or list models by name. So you have to pay attention to what's going on there. But it can take the action. If it was a bonus action, it can still be done. The reason why this is a big deal is because Arik, and I'm just going to flip to the back of his card real fast to explain this. He has a tactical action, Charge Up. It doesn't require any cards, no resources, nothing. He just picks an ability to go off. he either increases his he either makes it to where whenever he's hitting melee, he does damage back. He gives a little buff to his shockwave. But what Hannah likes to copy is the charged fists.
Yeah.
What it does is it makes her melee attacks do +1 damage, and she can push the models up to 2 inches away from her when she hits them. This makes it to where if you have the golden scenario, which, by the way, happens more often than you think it might, where you are cheating in a red joker on the damage with a ram, this ability copied, and siphon for another
big
ram.
Whopping what, 10 damage?
10 damage. It's a 10 damage top end, but that means it's a minimum of 6 damage.
Well, the Joker is only +1 on the severe.
No, it's a +1 severe. Yes, that's true. So you'll be a minimum. You'd be a minimum 5 if you didn't. No, yeah, minimum 5.
Min 5 seems good.
Minimum 5 if you didn't flip the red, but red turns it into a top end 10 damage, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's one of the high. I know that there's another model or two in the game who can reach there. I just don't know who it is.
But see, the thing is, though, I think some of those other models that can do a lot of damage like that also have to have a couple of like other situations, like
much
hazardous terrain or something else.
Yes, this at most takes her health, a soul stone, and
Eric being within 6 or 8.
And without the red joker, that's a top end 9. Like, that's huge. It's not that hard. And on that adaptive tactic, she does have a trigger to end a condition on the target, more condition removal. So she's really freaking good. I never leave home without her. She's 10 points. And the shocking thing is, segueing over, is I pretty much always pay another 10 points immediately to include art.
Welcome back, Rage Nation. Got myself Pete here.
That's not really exciting.
We got Senior Dixon.
I don't think that's appropriate.
And we got Monsieur Leopard.
Explorers deserved it. No.
Absolutely.
I was disgusted. I cannot believe they've done this.
It's wacky, it's Darth Birds, it's just nonsense.
I disagree on that. That's not possible.
We're getting the band back together. We're on a mission. Yeah.
Now we've got a whole new list of things to complain about.